The best way to decide how much yarn you're going to need for a tail, because we're going to use the long tail cast on. I have my ball yarn here. Take your needles, and since we're going to cast on about 32 inches, I have my circular needles are 32 inches long. I'm going to measure from one tip to the other 3 times. So 3 times 32 inches. You could also measure it out that way if you want to. So once you've found where that is, which is right here for me, you're going to start the cast on process. And you're going to take the tail yarn, and you could put your hand out like this, take the tail yarn and put it over your thumb, and the ball yarn goes over your finger, and then you're going to take those 2 yarns together and hold them with your other 3 fingers. You're going to take the tip of your needle and put it in between that triangle that you see right there. In between the triangle, you'll kind of bring it forward to you, and you can already see the yarn is starting to slip, and I'm just adjusting and letting it slip through my fingers. So you're going to point to the knuckle of your thumb, draw a line up the middle of your thumb, go clockwise around your finger, back to the thumb, and let go of that loop. And I use my fingers to kind of decide how much tension I want, and I don't want a whole lot of tension. I want to be able to see almost a gap between those two, between the needle and my stitches. And the reason for that is because my yarn needs to be loose to start my first row of knitting, and if it's too tight, it's a lot harder to get started. So if you pull it really tight, you're not going to be able to put your stitches on very easily. So make sure, I'm just going to go ahead and take it off and start again. Make sure that your stitches go on loosely. So one more time, my needle's in the middle. I kind of draw it to me, point to the knuckle, draw a line up my thumb, go over the finger yarn clockwise, back to my thumb, down that loop, let go, and use a little bit of tension right there. Okay, and now I will, since my yarn is in the middle there, I can put my finger over those loops, and that'll help me keep things together. And I just keep repeating this pattern over and over again to get as many stitches as I want cast on. So point to the thumb, draw a line up your thumb, over your finger, and back through that loop. Let go of the loop, and just a little bit of tension. And you're just trying to make this go along as smooth as you can. So keep on going. There's 3, and we need a few more to get going. Point to the knuckle of your thumb, draw a line up your thumb, clockwise around your finger, back through your thumb, and now you have 4 stitches on there. And I have readjusted on the finger side, so it's always kind of pulling and readjusting, and that's kind of what knitting is. You're always adjusting and always moving things around. So the knuckle of your thumb, draw a line up, clockwise around your yarn on the pointer finger, back through that loop, and let go, and easy tension. Okay, so once you guys have 100 stitches cast on, I will be ready for the next step.